the grammarian, like who are looking at it, and different versions have different. Like there are in one where they said 86 places where there's Wafil Latin, right? 86 places, but 20 is well known and something of that sort. But it depends on the mushaf. Which mushaf you're looking at. It also it sounded like to me the tafsir
We'll give it different
will
meaning.
give a different look at it,
That's right.
but there are most commonly accepted ones.
Yes.
But there are additional ones depending on the Musaf and tafsir.
That's right. Yeah. So waqf, stopping and starting, this is not a rule of tajweed. This is a separate science called علم الوقف والابتداء. But when we have classes in tajweed, they advise us to follow the signs that are in the mushaf. So the signs are, and in fact, these are not the hukm, these are not the rulings, these are the facilitators. But the ruling or the hukm in al-waqf wal-ibtida, all depends on understanding the grammar. And because most people are not knowledgeable about, even Arabs, they are not knowledgeable about the classical Arabic grammar. So rather than making it difficult for them and asking them to study Arabic grammar in order to know where to stop, let's facilitate it for them. So we make their signs for them. So if they understand, that's good. If they do not understand, just follow the signs and that's good. You don't need to understand, just follow the signs. So these signs are in fact not parts of tajweed because you are not saying anything, you're just stopping and you're starting. So it's a separate science. Imam Ibn al-Jazari in his Manzuma, in his poem about tajweed, in the introduction, he said that we will cover four sciences, four different sciences. The first science is phonetics, which is the articulation of the letters and their manner of articulation. This is one science. And then second science is phonology, which is when these sounds come together, how to pronounce them, and this is tajweed. So makharij al-huruf even is not tajweed. Makharij al-huruf is an introduction to tajweed. And then when letters come together, then this is tajweed. Then the third thing he said, al-waqf wal-ibtida, where to stop and where to start. And lastly, al-rasm, how you know whether some word is linked or separated, like for example, ya ayyuha. So is it ya and then ayyuha, or is it just one word, ya ayyuha? Why is it important to know this? Because once you are reciting and you need to stop, if it is attached as one word, you have to pronounce it as one word, even if it is in standard Arabic 2 words. You have to follow what is written in the Mus'haf. So this is a separate science. So he overviews 4 sciences, but he gives like 70% of the attention to the first 2, the phonetics and the phonology, the makharij al-huruf and the tajweed. Okay, the last 2, he said, just know something in general to help you. But if you would like to specialize, then these are sciences that give you more and more information, inshallah. One interesting ayah is awliyaullah. ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. This is an important ayah. And I just came to know a new meaning of it yesterday. This is Surah Yunus, ayah 62, 63, and 64. So, Ala, Inna. So, we start with Inna. Okay. Ala inna awliya Allah la khawfun alayhim wa la. The allies of Allah, the friends of Allah, those who are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the saints, the people who are chosen by Allah, they have no fear and no misery. الذين آمنوا وكانوا. So we'll ask, I mean, these are a very good status. So who are these? Who are these awliya Allah? We would like to be from awliya Allah. So Allah says, الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون. Those who believe and have taqwa, are pious. Now this part is important. لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. لهم means to them. To them is glad tidings. البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. In this dunya and in the آخرة. Now the new meaning that I came across is this. Rather than saying لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا, the reciter would say لهم البشرى. So what is the difference?
Can you say it again?
I will say it again. So the normal way of saying it is الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. The other way is الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. Very close, as if you do not see the difference. So لهم and لهم. What is the difference? لهم means to them. So lam and then hum, right? So this lam means to, which is a proposition. This is what we know. Now the new meaning is that this is not a proposition. This lam is not a proposition. This is an
lam of emphasis?
Yes, this is a lam of emphasis, which means they are, not to them is the glad, they are the glad tiding for others. To see them among us, this is a glad tiding. So not to them is a glad tiding, they are the glad tiding. They are truly the glad tiding when you see them. And this meaning, subhanAllah, is very like delicate, because it means that awliyaullah, the people who are friends of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will not wait until the end of life to have the glad tiding. They will receive their glad tiding in this dunya, and they themselves will be the example of glad tidings for others. When people see them, they remember Allah. When they see them, they feel tranquil and they feel peace of heart. This a new meaning, just because of the lam, whether it is a proposition or emphasis. lahumul bushra. Imam al-Tabari in his tafsir mentioned this, that it can be a sound meaning of the.
So it's almost, it's like the rule of intonation.
Yeah, intonation. That's right. It's about intonation, how to say it on an intonation. That's right. MashaAllah. Ya Allah. طيب. So Alhamdulillah, we finished section 1 finally. Alhamdulillah.
It's a little long.
Alhamdulillah. Now we go to unit 11, درس الحادي عشر, and we had it before, but we are also reviewing, which is the root words and the added words and the root letters. And this is an introduction to the verbs in Arabic. So we said that 99% of words in Arabic, they can be reduced to a 3-letter root.
Wow.
3-letter root, which is fa'ala. And we mark this root on the pattern of fa'ala. Fa'ala. So we have fa'ala. And fa'ala is called a pattern or wazn. And the plural of wazn is awzan. And the awzan, or the patterns, are very important to remember the different conjugations of the verb, and even sometimes the noun, like the broken plural, to know about the patterns or the awzan of making the broken plural or the irregular plural. So any word, or let's say most words, because 99%, some others will have like a root that is made out of 4 words, 4 letters, but most of them, like the majority of words, will be reduced to 3-letter word. As we are talking about Surah Al-Baqarah, Bismillah ar-Rahman. The last page of Surah Al-Baqarah, we have follow the rule that they can be reduced to a root of 3 letters. On the last page of Surah Al-Baqarah, we have this. In fact, not the last page. The last ruba, the last ruba of the last juz on the second juz. So the last page of the second juz. This is the one here. قولوا آمنا بالله. It is ayah number. Oh, sorry. It is the last. The last page of the first juz, not the second juz. Yes. Subhanallah. I wanted to show it to you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Here. This one. This word. I wanted to pronounce this word because it is so long. That's right. فَسَيَكْفِيكَهُمُ اللَّهُ. فَسَيَكْفِيكَهُمُ اللَّهُ. Now, how many letters do we have here? 9 letters. Okay, but all of this can be reduced to the 3 letters root, to a 3-letter root. What is that? Yakfi, these are 4 letters. Get 3. Kafa, that's it. Kafa is the root. Kafa. So let's write this and analyze it. So the word is fa, sa, yak, fi, kahum. Okay. So we know that hum means them, an attached pronoun. Remember? So them, this means them. And this fa means then. It's like wa. So it is a sister of wa for conjugation, which means then. So this fa is for conjugation. And this sin means for the future. So will. So sin means will. If you say, for example, akala, this means ate. Ya'kulu, eating. And then sa ya'kulu, will eat. So this sin will means will. Okay. Then we have this yakfika. This kaf means you. So the kaf means you.
You means who's saying it, right?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to Rasulullah. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to Rasulullah, I will stop them. I will be sufficient for you. I will stop them for you. So this kaf means you. So we are left with 4 letters, which are, as Mimi said first, yakfi. But we know that this ya is also added for the present tense. Yakfi. So we are left with kafa. So it is a ya, but the origin of this ya is an alif ka. This is the root, kafa, which means stop or be sufficient to. فَسَيَكْفِيكَهُمُ اللَّهُ. So no matter how long it is, we can reduce it to 3 letters in the root. This ya?
Yeah, the first one.
This first one. So when we make the future in Arabic, we add the sin to the present. So this ya is for the present.
Okay.
So the sin is for the future and the ya is for the present, and both of them together will be for the future.
So it's like it's a marker of future.
That's right.
the word will.
Yeah, but it is a separate word. In Arabic, it is attached. It's a
So
seen.
here, seen is the marker of future,
That's right.
and you cannot. Khatib is the reader, like me. Yaktub.
Yaktub, sayaktub. Yeah.
Sayaktub.
Sayaktub will write.
Will
You
write.
cannot add the seen except to the mudara, to the present tense. Okay, like if we use will, you cannot add will except to the infinitive. You cannot say I will eat or I will went. So in Arabic, the same thing, you cannot add seen to a past. It has to be to the present. And so the verb should be in the present first. And to be present, it has to get this ya.
Yeah.
Okay. So this ya is the marker of the present, which is no longer a present because there is a seen. And so we are left with the kafa.
So fa is the conjugator.
Yes,
Seen is the future marker.
that's right.
Ya is the present marker, but then with sin and ya, it becomes future.
That's right.
And then last ka is
You,
and whom is them.
them.
So we're left with.
Yeah, so it's one word, but in fact, it's a full sentence. Okay, and so who will be, this is just a verb, will be able to be sufficient for you against them. Who? Allah. So the next word is Allah. فَسَيَكْفِيكَهُمْ Allah. So this is the subject. فَسَيَكْفِيكَهُمُ اللَّهُ.
So kafaya means
Kafa means to be sufficient for you, to be a good support for you. So let's look at the translation. This is ayah number 137, right?
So if sufficient for you is kafa'a, then what
Yes.
about when we recite Hasbunallah here? Is there two different words meaning Allah is sufficient?
Yes, subhanallah. 137, I will come to Hasbunallah now, inshallah.
137.
137. فَسَيَكْفِيكَهُمُ اللَّهُ. And Allah will be sufficient for you against them. So this is the whole translation of it. Allah will be sufficient for you against them. Okay. Allah will suffice thee as against them. Allah will suffice thee for defense against them. So Allah here is a separate word, Allah, but the remaining part of the sentence is just one word. And in fact, it should be and Allah. So the word and is included because we have fa or but. So it is but or and. So this and is fa. And then Allah is here. Sa will be. Kafa sufficient. Kaf you for you. And hum we need against them in English. But in Arabic, you just put these attached pronouns and they will be fine. Yes.
So in Arabic, the default verb is
The past.
Yes. In simple past, there's an analogy in English.
That's right.
So, so here, kafaya, like, is it like, and its default is just for the linguistic reasons he, like, he read.
Yeah, that's right.
That would be the default.
That's right.
But how for kafaya, what would be that equivalent?
Yeah, the equivalent is he, the same thing.
So he was sufficient.
He will be sufficient for you. So who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah, it's good that you asked this question because we have at the end of the book, at the end of your book, we have an appendix. The appendix has got like some tables, and some of these tables have got the awzan, the different patterns of the verbs and the conjugation of the verbs. So let's have a look at them. It's here. So these are the pronouns. We looked at them, the singular and the plural, the attached and the detached. Okay, and then we look at the verb. So كتب, he wrote. كتبا, they too wrote. كتبوا, they wrote. Then كتبت, he wrote. كتبتا, they female both wrote. كتبنا, they wrote. Female. أنت كتبت. See, there is a difference between these two. كتبت, but while this is كتبتا. أنت كتبتي. So ta means anta, t means anti, t just with the spoon means here, she. أنتما كتبتما, أنتم كتبتم, أنتن كتبتن. We will go through them inshallah in different classes, but this is just a table to refer to as a reference. It is just like in English, you cannot add shall or will to a past verb. So the root of the verb or the default of the verb in English is the infinitive, the verb to go, the verb to make, the verb to sleep. In Arabic, the root or the default is the past. So if you say kataba, this means to write. But the fact is that the Arabs use it to mean he wrote, but without any subject marker. So just kataba means to write. Okay? So in order to add the marker for the future seen, this has to be in the present first, and then you add the seen. So kataba will turn into yaktubu, and then we add the seen, so it becomes sayaktubu, he will. Yeah. So Arabic tries to make it logical. So kataba is in the past, and sayaktubu is in the future. You cannot go from the past to the future without passing by the present. So change the past first to the present, and then change the present to the future, and it will work. Cannot make a big jump from the past to the future directly. We live here in the present. So make it from the past, add the present. Sometimes the present is sufficient to refer to the future. You don't need another marker. And sometimes you will need seen, and sometimes you will make it more emphasis, so you use a full word like will, which is sawfa. But this is another class, inshallah, that will come to.
What would be my writing?
What is that?
Like the Arabic word, my writing.
My writing.
Yeah.
Kitabati.
Kitabati.
Okay, so inshallah we'll get to this when we need. So this is one example that we looked at, which has got, although it's a very long word, but it is a full sentence in English, and the root is these three words. So how do I know that these are added letters? How do I know that this is the root? I mean, Mimi, mashallah, got it directly, maybe by intuition or because of her Arabic origin. Yeah, the genes can play some role. But we have, alhamdulillah, a clue. We have one word that has got all the added letters. So not the root letters, but the added letters. What is this word? سألتمونيها. That's right. Yeah. سألتمونيها. Ridwana, did you have a question?
No, I think you answered it. It was about the past and present. I think you answered it really well. That you cannot go from the past directly to the future. You need to bring the present first, and then you add the sa, and then that brings it to the future. I think I understand it now.
Yeah, jazakumullah khair. So سألتمونيها, which means you asked for it. You asked me for it. This has got all the added letters. So if you find any of these letters in a word, most likely they are added. But they can be also some of the root words. But I mean, the rule is that once you derive the word from these letters, you are left with three letters that make a meaning. Yeah. Yeah, it is the alif, in fact, but they tried to get it in a word, so they added the hamza, but it is the alif, not the hamza. But sometimes also if a word has got the hamza, the hamza will be added. So for example, if I say a word like this, أتذهب إلى المدرسة الليلة. So this is a question. أتذهب. That's right. So we know that the hamza here means do you, and this ta for the present, and so we are left with dhahaba. Okay. And the more you train on this, more you get intuition into which are the three letters of the root.
So the first letter A and Ta, can I explain again?
This hamza at the beginning means do you.
Do you?
Mhm.
Ta means you.
The ta means you.
Yeah.
This ta.
So what is the whole thing?
أتذهب? Do you go? So it's you are asking about this word or
Yes.
this word? سألتمونيها means you have asked me for it. So remember we told the story of a student who went to his sheikh and said, Sheikh, please tell me about the added letters. He said, سألتمونيها. I said, I didn't ask before. He said, اليوم تنساه. I said, I will never forget it. Please tell me. He said, I answered you. Because اليوم تنساه has got the same letters as سألتمونيها. Which means today you forget it.
Yeah.
Poor student.
No way out. That's a bad day.
Problem that I personally face with exposure. This is one word.
The first one is one word.
First one is one word.
Mhm.
But because of which letter can take
Mhm.
the next letter,
Mhm.
like, it's not fully connected. Not
Yes.
all of them.
Yes, I mean let's get the root of this word. So this every word has got a root. So let's get the root of this word. What do you think the root would be? Sala. That's it. Ask. So the root here is the first three letters. This is the root. Sa'ala, which means to ask. Then Tom means you group. And ni means me. And ha means about it. So these are all added. The waw? Yeah, the waw is added for ease of pronunciation. Because سألتم and then ni. سألتمنيها is difficult. So we extend the vowel to be a complete waw. سألتمونيها.
Can we get root word from that one?
From,
That's what you
yeah, this is what I did. سأل. Sa'ala. Yeah, the sa'ala, which means to ask. Okay, so let's try another longer word in the Quran, which is in Surah Hud.
Surah is 11.
Mhm.
You know, anything asking.
Yeah, ask, always ask. Yes.
Sa'altumuha.
Mhm.
Like, what is to?
Sa'ala means ask. Sa'altum. So it is not just the two, it is tom, which means you, plural. You, plural, asked. And then ni means me. And the waw in the middle just for ease of pronunciation. So you asked me about it. You as a group. Now look at this word. Pronounce this one. Omar, say it again. That's right. Faisal, can you see this word? Yeah. أنلزمكموها. أنلزمكموها. Yeah, and it is a difficult word to pronounce even for Arabs.
It's one word?
Yeah, it is one word. All of it is just one word. You get
the
it?
problem that the problem is identifying a word. Like in English, when you say he is, this is his house.
Yeah, no.
This is one, like they're all together.
Subhanallah.
So here it's because of, like, wow cannot take
Yes.
after
It's a very economical language, so we don't need to make all these spaces. Just one word, and it has got everything.
So this word is.
So even without knowing what the meaning of the word is, try to figure out what are the root words. So without knowing that, just a moment, yes,
Meme,
Saad.
kaf.
Yeah. Just,
Yes, what are you saying, sister?
I'm thinking it's za, meme, and kaf.
Za, mim, and kaf. Okay, zamaka. Okay, that's a good trial, but very close, but not there yet. Yeah. So remember, sa'altumuniha. Deprive the word from all the letters of sa'altumuniha. So let's write it and do the act together.
Is it lam and za? Lam, za.
Nol
Kaf.
z anol z mu.
I'm wondering, is it meme,
ha.
kaf, meme?
Is anu from ana, like, is it ana as in I am?
Yes, so I'm not giving the meaning now of the word, but we're just
It's
looking at the form of the word.
Mhm.
So we have
I'm
alif
guessing
and hamza. Is this
zamaka.
one word of this a letter of anul of sa'altumuniha?
I'm guessing.
Okay,
that's
so
the
this
root.
can be
I think it's meme,
dropped.
kaf, meme.
And nun,
Full meme mashka.
this can be dropped. The lam,
Yes.
okay, it can, but just leave it now. Let's go from the back. Ha means, okay, kom is dropped. So we know now that kom and kumu, all of this.
Yakından
Okay.
buradan buluşman gerekiyor.
We need three letters to stay, okay? So if we drop the lam, then we will take something that is
Hello?
not relevant. So we are left now with three letters.
Test.
Lazama.
Lazama.
Mhm. Lazama.
Ne zamanmış.
Yeah. Lazama.
Lazama means?
What does it mean? Yeah, okay. So we said that it means a full sentence, right? 28 Surah Hud.
Sheikh, Dr.
Yes.
Antar, but
Yes.
you said meme can be a meme is an added letter as well. So that kind of confused me when I looked at lam and za and the meme after it. So
Mhm.
meme can be a root word and it can be a added letter.
Yes. Jazakumullah khair. So we start by what we know. So what we know is that kom is an attached pronoun. So we for sure take kom. And then ha is an attached pronoun. So we take ha. And then we look at what's left. Is what's left has got a ta, like the part for the present and mudara, then we take it out. If it has got a hamza at the beginning like this, so it most likely means do we, like we said when we said atadhabu, do you go? So we drop that. And then we count. Are we left with three letters or do we still need to go further? If you are left with three letters, alhamdulillah. Yes. Which one? Yes. So alif means do, and then noon means we. So here is the translation. Sayyidina Nuh is saying, قال يا قوم أرأيتم إن كنت على بينة من ربي وآتاني رحمة من عنده فعميت عليكم أنلزمكموها وأنتم لها كارهون. So, should we force it upon you? This is the meaning. Should we force it upon you? So, where is it? Ha. Where is you? Kum. Where is we? Noon. where it should a hamza at the beginning. So what is left? Lazima, which is force, to force. Okay. أنلزمكموها.
Dr. Antar?
Yes.
So just a question, like when we read here the ayah, how do you know where the word starts and where the word ends?
Where the word starts and where the word ends, we look at the spaces. So there is a small space here between qala and ya qawm, and a small space between ara'ayta and in. Okay? So the space will show you where one ends and one starts. Right?
So for example, the one you just did, أنلزمكموها, right? So, I mean, after ha, there doesn't seem to be a space.
Yeah, maybe because of the way of writing by hand, because this is writing by hand in the Mus'haf. So sometimes the scribes need to accommodate for the longer ayat and the shorter ayat, so they kind of scramble some letters together. But in standard print, you will see the difference between the words in the spaces. In addition, we know that wa alone like this can only be a particle, like and or by. So this is some grammatical knowledge that will help you to know that this is not part of the word before it, because wa is always linking things together. So I'm giving you the most difficult words in the Quran, but I'm saying that these can be reduced to 3 letters. There are others that can be simpler than this. For example, the word rahmah. What is the added word? The added letter? The ta marbuta. Yeah, easy. So we have rahima will be the root. What is bayina? Bayana. Yeah, the same thing. Now karihun.
Kaf, ra, ha.
Kariha. Yeah. So you see, it will be easier than this.
But just
Yes.
another question here. So,
Yes.
what was the last word? Karihuna, right? Karihuna was the word. But then, just before it, there's laha. Isn't laha part of the word?
No, it is just one word, laha, for it, and then karihuna is another word.
Yes, but I think, as you said, it's hard to tell the spaces, right? There's a space, but we don't know if that's...
Let's see here. Subhanallah. Yeah, because the way of writing it, because this is writing by hand. This is writing by hand. I think in the Turkish Mus'haf, it is more of a printed, so you will see clearly the spaces there. If you return to your Mus'haf, inshallah, you will see the spaces. Okay? Would you like to take a break? Okay, so we'll take a break, inshallah, for 10 minutes and come back.
Jazakallah khairan.
لازم نعم.
Special milk.
Mint. Oh,
Milk.
milk. Okay, I cannot say no to you, يا شيخ محمد. جزاكم الله خير. جزاكم الله خير. It's okay. الحمد لله. بارك الله فيك. شيخ اشتياق. And so, Sheikh Ishtiaq, what is the root of your family name? Shaqa. No, it is Shawqa. Shawaqa. So we just, yeah, it is the alif that you mentioned. We will turn it into a waw, which means to have, what is that? To have eagerness.
Eagerness.
Yeah,
To meet.
eager. Yeah, to have eagerness to meet somebody. Yeah. Which is? Jumana. Jubara. Jubara. Okay. Jubara. So what do you think? Okay. So what do you think should?
Like,
So if we have a ta marbuta at the end, we always drop the ta marbuta. Okay, then we are left with jabara. Yeah, jabara, which means to soothe or to heal or to make a broken thing sound again.
oh,
Yeah, Allahul Jabbar. Al-Jabbar, the one who heals. And the cast on the broken limb is called Jubar or Jabbar. Jabr. You know the name of algebra? Why is it called algebra? Because it has got all the fractions. Yeah.
it doesn't
Jabara.
relate to my family.
So,
But okay, that's interesting.
Is it something like you looked at it for your name?
Yeah, that's about my last name. Shibana.
so what do you think is the? Yeah, this is what we said, Jabara. Mm-hmm. The strength, to give strength to something. Mm-hmm. And Afia would be? Yeah, so what is the root from Afia? Afa, mashallah. Afa, which means to increase or to forgive. Yeah. Mhm. What is the root of Sheikh Qasim? Hassan, which means to?
No, just.
Yeah, to be just, to divide justly, to divide or to distribute justly. The other day I was in the masjid and I was talking to a friend about my car. So I had the air flowing from all the vents except one. So he said that there may be something with the electricity. I said, I think the problem is with Al-Qassam. Qassam is the distributor. But another brother here that said, why do you talk about Qassam? They accepted the truth and it is the Israelis who did that. So we are not talking about this Qassam. We're talking about the Qassam in my car.
Like for example, Sahan. So is the three letters is
No.
the
Falaqa. So it is the root and the word.
They're both English. One is slang, one is just very slang. Yeah, and we mix English and French as well. So that's why for me, I haven't been looking at it, but I don't. I really don't know the depth. I think because of the war. So we arrived in 1990s.
Yeah.
Like maybe. Good. And then it's very good. You know, and there's no, yes, so it's like extra. It's not like a yeah, okay, that's smart, because for. I cannot like that. Can that be without this? Because I know it's like they put on
That's the norm. أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله سيدنا محمد رسول الله.
If we go back to the very last word that we had, I have a question.
Okay, sure. Inshallah. وبهذه الدعوة الصلاة القائمة لهم سيدنا محمد وسيدنا وبعث الله من قوم محمد. So we have seen the added letters in أنلزمكموها. What is your question, Sheikh Faisal? In the Mus'haf?
Yes.
Bismillah. This is Karihun?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. This is the problem that I face. Like maybe it's because of the vocabulary or lack of vocabulary or something. So if let's see, it's laha karihun here. How would I know that laha is not a part of that?
This is the question that Karim asked online.
Okay.
So he said, how do I know where one word ends and one word starts? And we say that you know this through the spaces. There is a space, even if it is a tiny space between one word and the other. So because this is writing by hand, the scribe may find it difficult to get all the words of the ayah on like equal spaces as we do in the computer. So he will make words stacked together or very close together because of his handwriting. And sometimes, for example, here he has got a bigger space, so he will prolong the letter and lengthen the letter and takes time in writing the letter. For example, this noon is very big. It equals a full word like Rahma here, because he is having like decisions for these aesthetic and artistic considerations. But normally we just look at the spaces. So look here, for example, at the normal writing in Arabic. Here the space is equally to this space, to this space, to this space. Yeah. So the space is equal, no problem with that. You can mark where the word ends and where the word begins. But because this is writing by hand, this is the different thing. And the more you read in the Quran, the more you read in the Arabic language, you will develop this kind of intuition into knowing where the word ends and the other one starts, even if they are like so much connected to each other. So in fact, there is this space that's here, but the kaf is like for artistic reasons is trying to go up in this way. But the word karihun, if we write it in Arabic standard letters, it will be like this: karihun, with the full alif, karihun. So we know that the added letters, if we have a waw noon, normally this is a marker for what? For the plural. If it is a marker for the plural, then it is added. It is not an original part of the word. So what are we left with? 3 letters. So it's over. It's done. Carry. That's right. So you don't need to think of any other thing, because you already know that the waw and noon are added for the plural. You know that the ta marbuta is added for the female. You know that the alif and noon are added for the dual. You know that the alif and ta are added for the female plural. So these are additions. You drop them because they are not part of the word. While a word like miskeen, for example, masakeen, what would be the root? No. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now you said yanun dropped. Why did you say yanun dropped? Okay.
The character. Because it's an instinct.
Because it's a miskin.
Dropping.
So what is the singular from masakin? Miskin. Okay, miskin. So this is the singular. And the singular is still have the yanun there, so, which means that this is not added. Okay, while for example karih is singular, karihun is plural, so it only appears when it is plural. Here the yanun appears even when it is singular, which means this is not added. This is origin part of it. So we need 3 letters, and we have 4 letters here. Which one should we drop? In fact, these are 5, right? 5. So we drop the meme. Later on, we will know that we drop the meme because the meme is used for making the patient. What is the patient? The past participle of the person. So kataba, katib is the writer. Maktub would be the written thing. So whenever it starts with this meme, which is the past participle of the verb. So we drop this meme. Okay. Like sajada to prostrate. A masjid is a place where you do the prostration. So the meme will give you either the patient, the past participle, or the place, like mat'am, maktab, maktaba. All of this starts with the meme to make the place on a pattern. Then we're left with sikeen. So we need 3 letters that will give a meaning and denote a verb. And this would be sakana. Sakana, which means to settle. To settle down, to rest, to still, to be still. Sakana.
Why did you drop ya then?
We dropped the ya. Well, there is like a bigger explanation and there is a short explanation. A short explanation that we need 3 letters, and without the ya, this makes sense. Okay. The longer one says that this whole pattern is maf'ul. So if you drop the meme, you have to drop the ya. So these are 2 parts together that should be removed. Like if you say maktub, for example, if you drop the meme, you have to drop the waw. Yeah. Because the pattern itself says maf'ul. So and you're left with kataba. Sakana.
What does it mean?
Sakana, to be still, to have rest. That's why, subhanallah, sakina. What is sakina?
Tranquility.
Tranquility. One way of attaining tranquility is by being kind to miskin. Because miskin carries tranquility in his name. If you give to the miskin, you will be given back part from his name, which is sakina. Sakana.
Just like I was in the corporate world right now, there are people go to distress and mental disorder is a big thing, and one of the step is to give donation.
Give, yeah. This will, yeah, will fill it in your heart. Subhanallah. So the name of the person who is in need, he carries your reward in his name. you will get the reward if you go to a miskin. What is this reward? Your sakina. Subhanallah.
Can that also mean like a peace of mind? Or
Yeah,
just
peace.
everything?
Yeah, peace for all. Tranquility means a peace of soul, of mind. Peace of mind.
Is it sakana?
Sakana.
Sakana?
Yeah.
The tranquility.
Sakina.
Sakina.
Sakina. Tranquility.
Sakana is the past.
At the root.
Being settled.
Yeah.
To settle.
To settle. To settle. And yeah, and so marriage is also called second, which is like resting, having a house. The ayah that most people recite in the wedding is in Surah Al-Rum. You remember that? وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ.
Is it to compare with tranquility?
Yes, tranquility is also true. Yeah, having mawaddah wa rahmah.
What ayah is it?
I will
Dr.
show
Isa?
it now, inshallah. It is ayah number 21 in Surah Al-Rum. ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا. Of his signs is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for you from yourselves spouses. Why? لتسكنوا إليها. So لتسكنوا, in order to settle, in order to tranquil.
What is the ayat number here? Is
3021.
21.
3021.
And you know sukun, the marker. So fatha, dhamma, kasra, and sukun, which means what? Stop, nothing. So it is not a fatha, not a kasra, not a dhamma, it is just nothing. Just be at ease. You don't have to do anything. You just say, yeah, rest. No, nothing here. Nothing is there. Just rest, sukun. سكن لتسكنوا.
It's also really
Yeah, sakata, it's a different root because it has got a ta. But they share like 60% of the root, so they are close also in this. Because once you are sakit, then you are sakin. So. Subhanallah. طيب, so in the book again we have here خلق, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala خلق, which means to create. This is the root. But this root can have added letters like يخلق at the beginning, this ya, or خالق, this alif. So we added the alif. Like Sheikh Qasim. What is the root of Qasim? Qasama. خالق, خلق. And this can be added at the end, like خلقوا or خلقكم. And then it can be a doubled letter, like a shadda. خلاق. خلاق.
So yakhlaqu, what did you say? What does it mean? Yakhlaqu?
Which is the same verb, but in the present. This ya means the present.
Yeah.
And then اختلاق, which is another noun derived from the same word. You remember I told you about a Bengali sheikh who derived 40 different words from the name Muhammad, from the root Hamada. 40. I was searching for the video, but I couldn't find it, subhanallah. But he got Muhammadun, Mahmudun, Hamudun, Uhaymidu, Hamada, Yahmadu, Hamidun. I got many, mashallah, from the same root, which is like, it is a tool that you apply and then you get this. Even if you don't understand, but you know that fa'il means the one who did it. So if I say qatala, then qatil. Even if you don't know what is the meaning of qatil, but you know who is the doer. Sakana, sakin, right? Kataba, katib. Akala, akil. Yeah. So it works even if you don't understand the meaning.
These are the derivation from the root. all the derivations.
All the patterns, yeah, all the patterns, they are in the appendix in the book. In the appendix, you'll find this in the book, but in different tables. Yeah, but just to not to overwhelm yourself, you're just taking them one by one. Okay, so we said سألتمونيها are the added letters most of the time. And some words are words and roots at the same time. So Sa'ad, for example, 3 letters. You don't need to get a root because this is the root already. Okay, خرج, ذهب, أكل, خلق. This is a root already. 3-letter past verb is the root and the word. So you don't need to remove anything from it. In the English language, the added letters are called affixations, affixes.
There is no way root would be other than 3 letters.
99% no, but 1% you can have 4-letter root or more. So خرج, دخل, سمع, علم, عمل. This is what Sheikh Qasim asked about last week. علم and عمل. Very close, but different roots. كثر, كبر. Okay, so we have here أكل. So the word is مأكول and the root is أكل. تأمرون, the root would be أمر, because we know that the waw noon would be dropped and this ta also would be dropped. جمعه would be جمع. خروج خرج. خالق خلق. يدخلون دخل. مسجد سجد. علم علم بالقلم علم. So this doubled, we just get it to its root, which is just 1 letter. يستغفرونه غفر. So this is a false sentence. يستغفرونه, they ask forgiveness of him, but the root is just غفر.
In future? Yasin.
This is not saya, it is yasin.
Ah.
So the ya here means it is the present.
Answered it.
And just for your information, if you have a sin after this ya, this means a reflexive verb. So they ask for themselves. Okay, يستفتح, يستغفر, to ask forgiveness for oneself, to ask opening for oneself. So if it is before the ya, this means will. If it is after the ya, this means reflexive. مستقيم. Yeah, مستقيم. قوم, قام. كتاب, كتب. كفار, كفر, كفر. Do you remember what is the female of kuffar? Female. Female. Remember female? We had it in Surah Al-Mumtahana. Yeah, kafira is the singular, but the plural female of kuffar. Kawafir, that's right, mashallah. Kawafir. And then makan, can, yeah, kana, maut. So these are 3 letters. Yeah, so we just keep them as maut, or if we dig deeper, we will find that this waw originally was an alif, because the 3 illa letters, which are the 3 vowels, can sometimes substitute each other from the root. Ansar. Nasar.
The verb kana. That's like to be.
Yeah, to be, to exist.
To exist. So could is to
Be.
be. Okay.
Kun, be.
So is
So
there any other meaning of Nasara?
Nasara means to support.
Yeah. Is there any other meaning of this word?
I can't think of many.
I think he's referring to Christian.
Yeah. We say Nasara.
Nasara. Nasara.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
That is with C.
that's a different word.
This term is very commonly used in that.
Nasara. Nasara, which means Christians. Nasara, Nazarites, they are like attributed to the city of Nasira. So the city where they lived was called Nasira. And that's why it is translated is the Nazarites. So Jesus the Nazarite, Jesus of Nazarite. Jesus of Nazarite, which means the Jesus who comes from this city of Nasira, and the people who followed him are called by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the Nazarites and Nasara. It doesn't
Dr.
mean the
Antar,
supporters. Yes.
Dr. Antar, the Arabic word for Nazareth is Nasarite?
Is Nasara.
No, for Nazareth. You know, they say the city of Nazareth.
Yeah, and Nasira. Al-Nasira.
Al-Nasira. Jazakallah khairun.
جزاكم إن شاء الله. طيب. So this is Nasara, which is a different word. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sometimes you will have a word, the sentence starts with the root word, which is the verb. Like خلق الله السماوات والأرض. We have examples here. And when we have the root as a verb, then this means he. So the subject is he. So referring to whom, this will be depending on the context. So for example, خلق الأرض. He created the earth. Allah created the earth. So where is the subject? We don't need to make it overt. Because خلق means he did. جمع مالا. He gathered wealth, which means man.
So with this kind of verb, we don't need the pronoun.
Yeah, we don't need the pronoun. That's why we start the sentence with a verb. You see, this is the difference between Arabic and English. You don't need to say he did, because the verb means he. So that's why you say ذهب الولد ذهب إلى المدرسة. The boy went to the school. You don't need to use the boy, and you don't need to start with the boy. So you can start the sentence with the verb. It's easy. But in English, you need to say who did that. In English, you are not allowed to start a sentence with a verb except if it is a command, like go, leave. But other than that, you cannot start a sentence with a verb, except in fact in one sentence only in the whole of the English language, which is thank you. This is the only way that you start with, and it means I thank you, and quickly we say thank you. So جمع مالا فعدده. Okay. And this is number 3. Say it in Arabic. دخل المدينة. So where is the verb? دخل. The subject? Subject. He, which is not there. Yeah, it's a root, because it is the root. It is always he. Medina, yeah.
So when I also transform, then it will be that I entered the city. This is
No, it will be I, not he. And al-Medina is the city. He entered the city. Now this one. خرج منها. He went out of it. Yeah, okay. منها. And this one. دعا ربه. He called on his Rabb. And this one. فدعا ربه. So this is the root, but we just added the conjunction. Fa.
two called two different words.
No.
Same word with the form.
Oh, okay.
So we just added so. So Ibrahim da'a rabbahu, called upon his Lord. Fada'a rabbahu. So he called upon his Lord. Okay, it was quick.
So fa is like it is indicating to a consequence.
Yeah, quick consequence. So in Arabic we have 6 words for conjunction, not just and. We have wa and fa, thumma, and then we have also.
Can we write it down?
It's a different lesson.
Just 6 words is good enough, like, because they are so frequent in the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
Helps.
Yes.
Sabr.
Sabr. You will get it a lot more and more. So just you need sabr. So this wow. If you attended my Sira class last night, you know about the wow. We talked about the wow. Who attended? MashaAllah. The wow has a very special artistic use with the Ottomans in the masajid. So they would draw a big picture of the wow only, just the wow. And some justification for this is that because this is for connection. The wow is for connection. And we come to the mosque to connect with Allah. This is wow al-atf. So it connects. And the word atf in Arabic means to connect and also means kindness. The wow of kindness. Okay. Wow. And others say that this is the beginning of وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and give glad tidings to the mu'min. Oh, Bismillah. I may show it to you here. Bismillah. This is where I had the picture of Sayyidina Abu Ayyub al-Ansari's grave, where he had this wow. Yeah, so this is the wow. Yeah, this wow, you see it? It's a very big wow. You will find it in most of the lanterns and different places. Just the wow, which means wasl, connection, means atf, kindness, and means glad tidings, wa bashir al-mu'minin. And the second letter is fa, but it has to be connected to what is after it. Fa. And fa means quickly. Something happened quickly after. الذي خلقك فسواك فعدلك. So Allah did these stages of the creation of the man. خلقك فسواك فعدلك. في أي صورة ما شاء ركبك. Then we have ثم. And ثم means then, but it takes a longer interval of time. Then, yeah, after that, means after that this happened. Okay. And then we have but.
Sheikh,
Yes.
Sorry to just interrupt. What's the
Yes.
difference between thumma and hatta?
Hatta? Hatta means until. Thumma means
thumma-
after that.
Oh, they don't mean the same thing?
No.
Okay.
Hatta means until or to the point that, but thumma means after that. Then we said we have but, which is not lakinna. Lakin. Yeah, there is a difference between lakinna and lakin. Lakinna would be a sister of inna, which is still carried the meaning of but with emphasis for what comes. But lakin only means but. Lakin with a noon here, that has got a sukun. Lakin. لكن الله يعلم. ولكن ثم. What else, Sheikh Osama? Can you remember any of the حروفات? حتى sometimes is used as a connection. Yeah. We'll talk about hatta in another time because hatta has got 7 meanings with different functions. There is a whole book on hatta only. And it is mentioned that Al-Jahiz, one of the great scholars of the Arab grammars, was dying and he said, I authored 3 books on hatta, but I still have something to say that I haven't written. So we just keep hatta aside now. Yes. Yeah. Ba'da would be an adverb mostly. So these are the common ones for conjunction. Alhamdulillah. So فدعا ربه. And then who can pronounce this? وذكر الله كثيرا. So Allah has got fatha which means that this is not the subject, this is the object. Where is the subject? He, ذكر. Okay. So if you say خلق الله, then Allah is the subject. But خلق الأرض, then he, because al-arda.
When you are using khalaqa, then the he is there. But when you are using subject, then it is only used as a verb, not.
That's right. Yes. So
this ruling is for.
yeah. So if you are like unsure where is the subject, look whether it has got a dhamma or a fatha. If it has got a fatha, then this is not the subject. This is the object. Remember when we talked about وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ? Let's have a look at it again. It is also in Surah Al-Baqarah. Last ruba of the first juz, right? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Here. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى. Ibtala means tested, right? And then Ibrahima. So who tested whom? Allah tested Ibrahim.
Yes.
So Rabbuhu is a dhamma. Although it is not the word next to the verb, it is backwarded. And Ibrahim is fronted while it is the object. No problem. As long as we have the fatha and the dhamma, then we are safe. There is no confusion. So his Lord tested Ibrahim. Think
I
about
have a
it.
question.
Yes.
What's the sign between ha and mim?
It's ha and mim. This one?
Yeah, at the top. Yeah, that what is that for?
Okay. Jazakumullah khair for asking this question. This is a ya. A ya, which means there is a ya you have to pronounce here, although it is not written. So it is not Ibrahim. It is not Ibrahim. It is Ibrahim. So we pronounce it Ibrahim. So why is it not written? Why is it not written? I will talk about it shortly.
Okay,
We'll close with this, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So look here. Rabbuhu. We know that who means his, right? Who means his. So Rabbu means Lord. This is the subject because it has got the dhamma. So Ibtala means tested. Rabbuhu, his Lord. And then Ibrahima with a fatha. So this is the object. And your homework would be to find sentences, not now words, but sentences that start with the root word, which is he did something. Okay, like kharaja, khalaqa, whatever. You get me the complete sentence with the verb, the subject. The verb and the subject are enough. If you can get the object, this is good. But if you're struggling with this, don't worry. Just get me the verb and the subject. Sometimes the subject is not mentioned because he, so which is okay.
How many?
How many sentences? You get 3 sentences, and you pick 3 words to get the roots. And the longer the words, the better. Get longer words so that you have real practice into getting the root of the words.
So you need us to find the roots of the words and then also the subject and what else?
Yeah. So 3 sentences that start with root letters, like verbs in 3 letters.
Like khalaqal insana, something like that.
Khalaqal insana, that's right. And 3 words, like bigger words, which you will reduce to the root of 3 letters.
Okay, could maybe brother Osman, the RTA,
Osama?
Osama, could he please summarize the homework just so that if
Yes,
we
inshallah.
procrastinate,
Inshallah,
we can come back to it.
So brother Osama, they need you to summarize the homework on the WhatsApp group. So the question for you is, Ibrahim is written like this in Surah Al-Baqarah. Whenever the name of Ibrahim is mentioned, is written like this without a ya, but with a sign that there is a ya that you have to pronounce. In the rest of the Quran, the ya is there, the full ya is there. So why is it so special about Surah Al-Baqarah not writing the ya? This is something to think about, inshallah, till next time. Inshallah.
Was getting animated. He said, I can't begin. With the as soon as you pronounce the homework.
We still have 7 minutes.
Especially the senior classes ends with some questions.
Alhamdulillah.
That's also
Alhamdulillah.
Time to review the mind.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.